So this is the
Tuesday
so
night
this is
crit
the Tuesday
in
night crit
Richardson.
in Richardson,
Echo Jude Spring.
Texas, on a course. It's in a park. It's called Breckenridge. It's basically a circle with, I'd say, two technical turns. It was pretty rainy today, and when that happens, some spots of the course get pretty slick. There's about four different areas where it's a water drainage. This first turn right there is actually pretty bad. The first foot or two, and if you're turning too tight, you'll slide out a little bit. Last week I just stood up pretty hard. A couple other guys did too, and I personally was kind of scared and timid the rest of the race. So in here, obviously, you got the one single guy that did a breakaway, and I guess that's his thing. I was talking to a new friend after the race, and this is what he normally tries to do. That's his thing. Kudos for him for trying to do his thing. I don't like leading out like I'm doing right now, but I just did, and my heart rate's not too high, and so I was just going slow, and eventually these guys kept up, and I got in the draft of everyone else. Tonight the wind was going in a different direction than it normally does. Normally right here we're in a headwind, but tonight it was actually a pretty good tailwind on this portion of the course, along with the finish. But yeah, so my name is Seth. I've been cycling for essentially 2 years now. Got into it because my brother and sister they were riding, and I remember my first ride went 14 miles an hour, and probably went 11 or 12 miles an hour since I was toast. So it's been a great 2 years. This is, I think, my 12th or 13th a race, whether it's a road race or a crit. Done a few stage races. Went to the Davy Crockett in Texas, and this past weekend went to a stage race in Louisiana, the Tour de Louisiana, and that was a lot of fun. So I was pretty burnt out from over the weekend, but you got to get the racing in, right? So that was essentially one lap right there, and this race went for uh, 30 minutes, I think. So I don't think this. I think this one's all right. Most of my other videos are pretty boring. I did do a. I was able to sprint finish with the group, and I got 10th. So I was pretty happy about that. I don't have a massive sprint power. I'm still trying to find my little niche. So anyone out there watches this and realizes that I really suck at sprinting and I should try breakaways, let me know. I still have a lot to learn. This is a Cat 5 race, Cat 4-5, and a lot of these guys I've actually seen at a lot of different races, not just this crit, but at the stage races and also at some other road races throughout Texas. So this is it. We'll see what else I can comment on if there's anything. But any tips or tricks, go ahead and holler. Let me know. I'm always about improving. If you want to hate, go ahead and hate too. Don't really care.
So this is something that I've noticed. I mean, I have little experience in racing, just year, but something I've noticed when I've raced in Cat 4-5 is super surgy. And guys will go real hard, and guys will hit the brakes and go real hard. And I definitely 1000% did that my first race, maybe my first 2-3 races. You gotta learn. You gotta get comfortable. That's obviously why that you have the novice and Cat 5, so that you can learn, and as you get points or volunteer upgrade to go to Cat 4. I did my first Cat 3-4 race last week, and it was amazing. My power was really exciting. So I did just recently do a voluntary upgrade to Cat 4 so that I can do those races and gain some more experience from those guys that are real good. During this race, there was 5 different creams. I didn't go for any of them. I had an opportunity. I think I could have gotten close, but I was just really trying to stick with the first third of the group. That way, it was less surgy, and I was really going for a good. Here, these guys are picking it up. I actually believe one of those guys tried to do a breakaway, so being in the front, I'm able to not but I'm able to react to what they're doing, so I'm able to catch up. And everyone was able to catch up. It wasn't a real big breakaway. The gap was bridged, and we were able to continue our nice, easy little ride. Here we are going in the last lap, and talking to the guy after the race. We're talking just a little bit, and those guys that sit in the whole time and just take the draft and easily ride. This is, if they're not able to keep up, this is where we can kind of get separated. You can see my heart rate is skyrocketing. It's in the 180s. I'm putting out some pretty good power. We're going pretty quick. We're going head against the headwind right here. And, right now I'm just essentially hanging on and trying to reserve as much energy as I can for the sprint, because it's definitely going to be a finish. And guys are making moves.
It's got to be a nice day. Loving the slow pace.
So I definitely lost some placement there. I moved back to the pack, unfortunately. If I would have stuck with it a little more, I would have had better position for the sprint. But once again, I still have learning to do. So here we are in the last turn. This is a real hard one due to the water. And then I start pushing it, and I go for that sprint. And I end up passing quite a bit of guys and getting pinned. So there was a guy that was behind me, and he thought I was going to give him a good lead out. I was going to give up. I didn't. I was able to power through and finish strong in this sprint. So this is the Cat 5 race at Tuesday Night Crits. So something that I've noticed. I mean, I have little experience in racing just this year, but something I've noticed when I've raced in Cat 4 or 5 is it's super surgy. Guys will go real hard, and then guys will hit the brakes, and then they'll go real hard. And I definitely 1000% did that my first race, maybe my first 2 3 races. Um, you got to learn, you got to get comfortable. That's obviously why they have the novice Cat 5, so that you can learn, and as you get points or voluntarily upgrade, you can go to Cat 4. Um, I did my first Cat 3 4 race last week, and it was amazing. My power was more even. It was not surgy at all. I was able to hold on, and finished actually better uh, last week in the 3 4 than I did in the 4 5 last week. So that was actually super interesting, and really exciting. So I did just recently do a voluntary upgrade to Cat 4 so that I can do those races and gain some more experience from those guys that are real good. During this race, there was 5 different preems. I didn't go for any of them. I had an opportunity. I think I could have gotten close, but I was just really trying to stick with the first third of the group. That way, it was less surgy, and I was really going for a good finish. Here, these guys are picking it up. I actually believe one of those guys tried to do a breakaway, so um, being in the front, I'm able to not counterattack, but I'm able to react to what they're doing. So I'm able to catch up, and everyone was able to catch up. It wasn't a real big breakaway at all. The gap was bridged, and we were able to continue our nice, easy little ride.
Here we are going in the last lap, and talking to the guy after the race. We're talking just a little bit, and those guys that sit in the whole time and just take the draft and easily drive. This is, if they're not able to keep up, this is where it kind of gets separated. You can see my heart rate is skyrocketing. It's in the 180s, and I'm putting out some pretty good power. We're going pretty quick. We're going head against the headwind right here, and right now I'm just essentially hanging on and trying to reserve as much energy as I can for the sprint, because it's definitely going to be a sprint finish. And guys are making moves. So I definitely lost some placement there. I was moving back in the pack, unfortunately. If I would have stuck with it a little more, I would have had a better positioning for the sprint. But once again, I still have learning to do. So here we are in the last turn. This is a real hard one due to the water. And then I start pushing it, and I go for that sprint. And I end up passing quite a bit of guys and getting 10th. So there was a guy that was behind me, and he thought I was going to give him a good lead out, and I was going to give up. I didn't. I was able to power through and finish strong in this sprint. So this is the Cat 5 race at Tuesday Night Crits.